Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today I thought I would get started on one of the pages that has been chosen for Mermaid, and yeah, I've chosen to start with this one from Enchanted Earth that was chosen. The other one is from the Colour in Heaven Mermaids. But today I felt like using some Neocolour 2s, so this is the page for Mermaid, and I have chosen to do sort of like a rainbow. To start with I thought yellow and then do the rest normal sort of colours, but I've chosen to sort of do a wash of, like, I've picked out green, which is yellow green, yellow, purple and ultramarine, and I'm just going to do like a wash of those colours over there to create sort of rainbow colour, and then I will go in on top with pencils, but in the areas sort of use those sorts of tones, if that making any sense. I hope it is. And I have made one crucial mistake when setting up, and that is I haven't got myself any water, so I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Yeah, how can you miss the water? It's kind of a crucial part, isn't it? So yeah, for now, at the very least, I'm only planning to colour inside this shell area. I don't know if I'm going to do a background. I might just colour in these bubbles with something like shiny or something. But yeah, if I do end up with a background, it'll probably just be black acrylic paint, just to make the like colours pop on there. But at this very point in time, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, so I don't want to do any background at the moment, but that'd be easy to add in at the end anyway. So I'm going to take my colours and add them to my palette. This palette does stain, but it's not actually gonna lift it up onto my paintbrush or anything, so I'm fine with that. This is the Caran d'Ache palette, and I'm using the textured side because I will be scribbling the crayons on. So I don't know how much I'm going to need, but I haven't even used all these colours, and I was supposed to swatch them out, but I still haven't done that. I've been in a bit of a, oh wow, that's bright, I like that. I've been in a bit of a slow colouring time, if that's understandable. Like, I'll colour, but I'll be on the same page for ages. So yeah, I didn't want to add red because, yeah, I felt like I would end up ruining it if I added red, so I added the purple, which to me looks on the very pink side. When I think of purple, I think of, if you were to mix those two colours together, is the sort of purple I sort of think of as being called purple, but that's probably called dark purple. Right, and yellow, lots of yellow because I want the yellow to show up. And I just have a, oh, just a moment. Okay, my paintbrush had a bit of dust on it. I don't know how, because it's been in a drawer and nothing else of it has dust on. Right, so I'm just going to go for it basically. I am going to start with the yellow at the top because I do think that'd, but I'm not necessarily going to go in the pattern there, so you'll see what I mean when I start. So I'm just going to, like, I need to be holding the paper down, and this is only a wash. I'm going to add in obviously my details with my pencils. Just going in the shape of that shell. I'll do the little bits with a smaller paintbrush. So everything that falls under this yellow bit, I will be using like yellow and brown sort of toned pencils on it. Maybe a bit of orange. So just because this section's yellow doesn't mean it's only going to be like that. It'll be easier just watching what happens. Oh well, I definitely need more of that green on. So I watered that down too much and it is no longer visible. I did think about actually scribbling on the page with the crayons, but I've never done that before. Yep, definitely more of this green. It is quite invisible once added too much water to. Right, I think that should be better. Obviously it's going to look like the yellow a bit because it's next to the yellow. So should just put a bit down here as well. I can always do 2 layers of that on there. Blue. Oh, that blue is pretty. So you see what I mean, I'm not and then obviously I need to blend the 2 areas together, so I don't want a harsh line. Add some pink. And it's just sort of gonna be like that. Some pink next to this yellow as well. I like it when pink and yellow are next to each other. I say pink, but again it is called purple, just for reference sake. Oh, just a moment. Oh, sorry, I just had a package arrive. And I'm the only one here, so I've got to answer the door. I need some more blue on my palette. Like I said, using this palette, I never know how much to actually apply. Oh, see now this blue is looking more blue. Did I have a bit of green on my paintbrush when I did that blue? Because this is definitely a different blue and it's so pretty. I think I must have. Look at that. I need to add a bit of that at the top as well. Just to sort of changes the picture, doesn't it? Right, now I'm going to clean my brush off and grab some more of that yellow. So I want a bit of yellow down here. Oh, that did just go a bit too far. And a bit of yellow. And then I'm going to take the purple. I need a bit more of that, but not too much. And add it on here. See how mixing all these different colours, it actually creates more colours. It's pretty. A bit more pink down here. Just wherever really. And then I'm going to try and get some more of that green to show up in the other spots on the page. It's such a lovely colour. It doesn't show up very well with only one swipe. So when that dries, I will be going back over with that green. You can't really do it when it's still wet. So what I'm going to do is take a smaller paintbrush and just get these little bits that are at the side. So my yellow on these bits. Because I don't mind being messy or going out the lines, but only by a certain amount, you know. Maybe it'll work better with the green with a smaller paintbrush. Who knows? To say the weather has been absolutely lovely the past couple of days, and I think it's supposed to carry on for the rest of the weekend that's coming up as well, which will be really nice because everybody knows we needed something different than rain. So I'm just going to pause while this dries. Alright, that should be okay for me to try and attempt adding a bit on top. I'm going to try not to add too much water, she says, while adding too much water. Oh yeah, but that's better, isn't it? You can see it. Well, I can see it. I hope you can see it. But I don't want to scrub at the page too much because obviously this isn't watercolour paper. I don't even know how this is taking water. Like, I never tested it or anything. So I will wait for this to fully dry before I do any pencil work on it whatsoever. So that might not be today. Well, you'll see it in the video anyway, but you know what I mean. I may have to wait till tomorrow or Saturday, not Sunday, because I am not home Sunday, but yeah, because normally I film on Sunday, so this video might actually get a bit behind than what I was planning to originally do it, but if you're watching this, and you're already watching it anyway, so you don't need to know any update, do you? I do sometimes think about doing like it in 2 parts, so you'd see like an hour and a half and an hour and a half kind of thing, but at the same time I know that I don't always want to watch videos like that. I like to know that if I start a video that I can see all of it being completed. Obviously I do watch videos that are parts, but I do much prefer when they're all in one video. Doesn't matter if it's like 6 hours long or anything, I know it's there and I just come back and watch the next bit. Like watch it like 2 hours at a time, but I know that the whole page is done. Sorry, I had a bit of my drink. I was actually like really happy earlier. I had an email and I hadn't used Deliveroo in a while, and they go, here's £7 off your next order, and I was like, okay, that's dinner. So, and I also haven't had a McDonald's this year, so I decided to have a McDonald's, and I have a banana milkshake, which their milkshake is so nice, and the machine's actually working. I was half expecting a reply saying, sorry, we can't add such and such milkshake to your order because our machine is not working. How many times does that actually happen though? Like the machine isn't working. it's more of like a celebration when it is working, isn't it? Right, I'm going to just leave this here for now. It's gonna take a bit to dry, so see you in a few seconds. A new day is here, although it is several days ahead. Yeah, I don't really film like 2 days in a row, maybe if it's a weekend or something, but yeah. So here it is, we're fully dry. I can't even remember where I left this. I'm guessing I was leaving this to dry. And yeah, so we have this sort of rainbow effect going on, and I decided I'm going to use my Brute Thinner square pencils, which are these. I just have an elastic band around it so it doesn't pop open and stuff. And yeah, I've already picked out my colours. I've basically picked like one shade of pink, like a corally salmony colour, a yellow, blue, purple, green, you know, to match these, but like a darker version of these, so I can add shadows. And then I have a black and a white, and that's all I've done. But if anybody's wondering, this is what the Brute Thinner 120 set of the square barrel, these are the colours that you get in those, because I'm sure everybody's seen by now, but you never know like whose video you're going to come across first that's sort of used these pencils. So I just thought I would show my swatch chart, and you do get this within the set, but if I show you a pencil, right, I have here this pencil. Now they do have a number on, and I think this is the name, but as you can see it's in Chinese characters, so yeah, I can't read that, so I am just going off of the numbers, and that's why I wrote the numbers in instead of the colour name. And I think that's why they have numbers on these, because they're obviously trying to have a wide audience of people that to buy these, and obviously not everybody can read the Chinese characters, so I'm guessing that's why the numbers come in for those. I know we normally get sort of numbers on like pencils that have English writing on, and I'm guessing that's so people that don't speak English, like we don't speak Chinese, they can also have the numbers. It's sort of a global thing, I'm guessing, so everyone sort of has something to go off of, which is nice. So yes, I have 106, I have 70, which is my, this colour is for in the sort of corally areas, this is in my pink areas, well they're like pinky purple, aren't they? I have a green, that's number 42. For my yellow areas I have number 3. For my lighter blue areas I have 35. And then for these darker purpley blue areas I have number 85. Yes, 85. And then my black and white, which I think is just, they are numbers 28 and 32, if anybody needs to know that. But 28 and 32, when they're black and white, you just sort of go by black and white, don't you? So I'm just going to get started, and I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Do I start at the top or the bottom? Because it doesn't really matter where I start, because I'm going to be using the colours within their sections, and then I will flow on out. I'm going to start at the top. I think that might be the best place for me to start. So I'm going to need my 85 for this dark blue, and I'm also going to get my lighter blue, the 35 and the number 3, because that is those 3 colours at the top there. And if you're wondering, because these are square barrel, they still fit in my normal sharpener, my Zebra from Tesco's. Like this sharpener, again, I have no problem with putting any of my pencils that I own in here. So yeah, but I think I've heard other people use the larger size sharpener hole in, you know, those metal double barrel, different sized sharpener type things. I own one of those as well, but I have no idea where that is because I just use my Zebra. Well, this Zebra. I also have it in pig, panda and tiger because I wanted to collect the set. Although I have heard that there might be a new one out. I haven't been in Tesco's in a while, so I don't know. But what I have been told recently, well, not been told, been asked, is if I can show my supplies, art supplies that I have. And I'm fine with doing that, but oh my gosh, that is going to take forever. Like, I never even thought of doing one of those because I didn't really think people would be interested in seeing what I have. But yeah, I can definitely see about doing that. Probably won't be until after May because I do want to try and do 2 mermaid videos. I don't know if I'm going to get around to it, if I'm honest, because it's already halfway through May and I will soon be, like, I do a lot of my colouring at the weekends, and then just like little bits in the evening after work. And I have to say, I have been tired lately after work, so I haven't been getting as much colouring done as I normally would. And then near the end of this month I will be going to look after my brother's cats for a weekend, which is basically taking away a weekend of filming opportunities because I'm only going for the weekend, so I'm not going to take my camera set up with me, not like I did when I went there for like 2 weeks or whatever it was. I think it was almost 3 weeks actually I was there last time. But yeah, so that is a weekend I won't be filming anything. I will still be taking the colouring book with me, but that's why I might not get the other mermaid video done because I need to finish this one, obviously. I am literally here doing it right now. And what's the date today? The 16th. Thursday the 16th, if I am thinking correctly, which I think I am. So yeah, it will be today and probably Saturday that I'll try and finish this. Saturday or Sunday anyway. But can you see what I'm sort of going for? Like, I'm just adding in darker shadowed bits. And then we'll try and sort of blend these two in. Oh, this is a very nice yellow. I was worried about how this yellow would look, whether it would show up. I tried to pick a darker one. And then I will just use my Posca in places. One tip when using yellow, never add the black before you do your yellow, else you will end up with mud. You can use the black after. But yeah, if you want the yellow to show up, don't go from black to yellow, go from yellow to black. I learnt that a long time ago. But I made the mistake of doing it before I learnt. But that's the way you learn, isn't it? through failure. Or when you're teaching yourself anyway, you know. I am going to go back in with my colours again just to blend the black out a little bit. Add a bit more colour. That is going into the pinky colour down there, so I'm not going to go too far with that. But yeah, I do like these Brute Funa pencils. I do have are they like a pastel set of pastel-y colours, which I don't like as much as I like these square barrel ones. I don't get them out very often because of that. But yeah, sometimes I forget I own these though, because I find it so easy just to go either to my Castle Art Golds or my Faber-Castell Polychromos. Like, so easy. But I have to remember I have other pencils. So even that set, you may have seen the video where I used the, was it a video? I think it was a video. I used the Crawford and Black pencils from the works. That was a video, right? Yeah, because, yeah, just ignore my brain mumbling. Yeah, I try to. Right, so I'm just going to test on this purple section first, what the white looks like, because, oh yeah, that's fine. I can deal with that. I like it. See how it interacts with the pencil, but also lightens up where it's just the Neocolour 2s. So you've got a hint of the colour, but you've got the white on top, and it's really nice. I like it. Obviously at the moment I'm just focusing on this. I'm guessing it's like a sunbeam coming from the top of the water. Yeah. But I will also be going in all of these sea plants with the same colours that you see me using in each section. And I just think this is making this illustration a bit more simple for me to colour, because I was worried about this one to start with, because it is quite detailed in places. I say in places, the whole thing I find very detailed. But knowing I got to use the blue pencil on this section, the red pencil on that section, etc. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Do you ever start colouring and then you're like, whew, this is tiring? I'm thinking that right now, and I've only just come back on here to start. Alright, get my yellow. Like, because I've already got the yellow there and the black there, it's fine. But if it was just black there, then the yellow would definitely go dirty, but not in the way that I would want it to. My page did crinkle very slightly, but that's extremely workable, not a problem for me. White. And then I will use my Posca pen, but I don't know whether to use my Posca pen when I've coloured the whole thing and then see where it needs it, or to do it like section by section. I haven't decided. So I feel like if I start going in with Posca now, I'm going to end up with it everywhere. And I mean everywhere. So I already want to add it. Like I want to add a few dots. Because you can see it's got like the black dots in like these sections for the darker areas. But I kind of want to add some white dots as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to wait until the end. I am getting really tired all of a sudden. I think it might be because I've just had a bath as well. You know, when you have a bath and you just suddenly, you're like all relaxed. I think that's what it is. So I actually think I'm going to leave it here for today, and that is awful because that is only 16 minutes. Oh my gosh, that's awful. But I will be back. Right, carrying on now. Yep, it's a new day, and I might have to suddenly stop filming because it might get noisy outside. I'm not sure what time the local bike festival's on today, so may have to just pause. Yeah, but I'm not sure what time they're going through. I did hear some bikes earlier, but that could have been them arriving to the starting point, because the starting point isn't far from where I am. But yeah, so I'll just get on with it while I can. I can't remember. I think I just did these sunbeams, didn't I? So I'm just gonna see what a fish will look like. Like I said, I will probably be getting the Posca pen out to do some white highlights. But yeah, I think that'll be nearer the end. At least I know that I'm only like using the colours in each section, so I don't have to think much about it. Like if I'm not sure what something is, I just colour it whatever the colour of the section is. Don't know how this will turn out, but we will see. You've got to try it once, else you never know, will you? White on there. This isn't the best white, the Brute Funa Square white, but if I'm going in with Posca pen anyway, it's not going to make a huge difference. I've noticed that little bit in there. And then I'm going to want the black. We'll go over the bits that are already black to actually make them black, because the line art is actually a dark grey. It's not actually black, so if you want the bits black, you do have to colour over them. The black makes it stand out so much better. I'm not worried about losing the light in the eye because, like I said, our Posca pen. Posca pen is my best friend when colouring, if I'm honest with you. Posca pen and a black and a white. I feel like I can hear the motorbikes again, but I don't know if you'll pick it up. I'm just going to carry on because it's not that loud. Oh, some years it's really loud. It depends on the type of bikes that choose to like join. Let's do the next fish because I'm happy with how that fish is. I may just get the Posca pen. Where is it actually? Oh. I'm colouring another page and it's in with the pencils that I'm using on that. Yeah, at the moment I'm colouring a mermaid in Colouring Heaven. Mermaids? I'll just show you. Let me show you. I don't have that much left on it actually. It's this page by Mariola Budek, and I love the tail, like, and the jellyfish. So I've just got to finish her off. But yeah, that's what I was doing last night. Because I don't always feel like colouring and filming. I sort of have sort of days where I film and days where I don't. But yeah, just like this, just adding the little highlighted bits. Because fish aren't flat. Add a little bit anyway. And then what I want to do is probably at the end add the light into that sunbeam bit. But at the moment that's fine, I'll concentrate on the rest of it. Because it's still going to take a while even though I know what colours I'm using. I wouldn't have known what colours to use on any of these fish. I would have sat there, procrastinated, trying to get them to look like what they should look like if they were real, and then I would be taking forever. So I thought this, for this page, see how it works, because I've not done this before. I might have done it to a certain extent, but not where there's so much going on. Yeah, I can definitely hear motorbikes, but I do think they are quieter this year. They do go through the area slowly because like people will watch from the side of the roads and stuff. Yeah, so I'm just keeping this page simple, well, as simple as I can. I don't know if anybody would be interested in watching this, but you know. Oops. Just chucking my Posca pen across the table, you know. So it's free. Oh, forgot the tail, the white on the tail. Put a bit on. That's those 3 fish done. See, that didn't take long. Not as long as it would have. Alright, so I feel like I should just do this area up here while I've got these pencils out, but I'm just going to sharpen them a moment. Forgetting to sharpen my black there. Right, let's sharpen them all. So I'm just going to go into like all the plants. Start with the blue ones. See, I don't know how to, I'm just going to do it very basically, because I don't actually know what these sorts of plants would look like. Oh, I have a bit of the sunbeam back there that I haven't done. Sorry, I was picking out the wrong colour then. And then the black. Didn't notice that bit in there when I was doing it before. That's why I don't put pencils away until I finish the page, unless I know I'm going to leave it for a whip, and then I'll write down what I've used, because else you miss a bit. I always miss something. There's always something. Bit of black in here. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea what this plant would look like if it was in real life. So I'm just winging it. So that's another thing that would have
slowed me down was I would have to look up what it looks like. Especially with plants, I'm very colour them the way they look, or at least the same sort of colours. Sometimes I just do it myself, but I like to know what it looks like and then choose whether I'm going to do it realistic colours or not. Yeah, I think this plant's just going to blend in anyway. I'm not bothered about that. The reason I haven't coloured this bit in is because I'm going to do the pink on it. Oh my gosh, I sharpened that white too much. But then again, it wouldn't be one of my videos if a pencil lead didn't snap. Doesn't matter what pencils I use. I always have at least one. But the funny thing is, it only happens when I'm filming. Like, do I use my pencils at a different angle or something and press a bit hard? I don't know. But yeah, most of the time when I'm just colouring by myself, it's like no breakage, or maybe one every now and again. But yeah, not like this. Right, so I'm going to go over some of these could have done with the smaller Posca. Don't know if I've got one anymore though, because I didn't like the ones that have the metal tip. I feel like they can break. Yeah, they have the bike festival every year. It's been going on for years. It's like not many things come through where I live. But yeah, that's every year. It brings quite a lot of people, which is obviously why they keep doing it. I've been once. Yeah. No, it's good, but yeah, not something I'd go to every year. Obviously, if you're into bikes, there are a lot of different bikes to see. Right, onto this plant here. And this one won't take long. That goes into the yellow then, so that's enough of the purple. I'm hoping you can't hear the bikes. Because I don't want to pause. Shouldn't be too much longer. You know when you're just in the colouring zone, and if you stop, you know that it's going to take you forever to come back into it. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm going to get the yellow and do the yellow part of the plant. Just sounds like a rumbling going through. No, there's a train. Oh, don't know what happened to my voice then. Oh, I didn't add the black to that part. Let me just finish the white on those. Here. My problem is I could add Posca everywhere. Oh, now the neighbour's dog is barking. Although I'm not sure that dog's ever heard the bike fest coming through or not. Because I don't know how long they've had that dog. Why am I adding the black before the yellow? No. That's what happens when I don't pay attention. No, that's going to go muddy. Luckily not too much. And behind here we have that sunbeam bit again. So I'll have to make that. Like these very edges, I don't think I was sure what was plant and what was sunbeam when I was initially colouring this. So that explains that. Back with the black on these bits. And the white. Is this still in frame? Yes. Just bring it down a touch. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get the other mermaid video done in time for Mermaid. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to finish this today, and it's already coming up to the end of the month. So I'm hoping to have this one finished because else that's 0 videos, but I have my niece coming later, so I'll have to stop filming, and then I'll be going to look after my brother's cats on the next day when I normally like to film. So it's like, I'm not sure. I'm trying to get this done, but I don't know. If it ends up like the beginning of next month, I hope you won't be mad. Yeah, I've just been really tired this month from work. It's been really busy. And then when I have been colouring, I've been just colouring in bed where it's nice and comfy. I'm sure you'll understand anyway. Plus this is a very detailed page, so that's also why I've been like, I just colour for myself for now. But then obviously, yeah, then it comes to the end of the month. And with white, see, this is very repetitive. I don't know if you want to see all of it, or if you want to see only some of it being coloured. That's why I always never know. Like, do you want to see the whole thing coloured, or do you only want to see how I do it and then how it ends up? Or yeah, I don't know. That's why my videos are always so long, because I just show everything. I don't even edit anything out. That's why it's probably sometimes random. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just leave it in. Then you get to see the full process, even if it's boring, but it is the full process. Because I have seen on other people's videos, some people are like, well, I wanted to see how you did that, but that's the bit that they sort of cut out, so I'm not sure. Because obviously you're going to want to see how I colour the mermaid, but do you want to see all these plants? I don't know. Oh, there's a little fishy in there. That needs to be yellow. Look at the little cute guy. Poor thing, I almost forgot him. I can definitely hear those motorbikes louder now though. A lot of them are revving. am just going to add the white dots in my sunbeam. I think I want them because you know the darker side has the black dots, so the lighter side should have white dots. Makes sense to me. A little bubble there. Although I feel like on the yellow side this isn't going to show up very much. But I will still do it. Like this yellow bit had a bit of the purple on it. I don't know what I'd do without a Posca pen, you know. I've become so accustomed to using one. The white one anyway. I don't often use the other colours. I don't know whether to put some white dots in the darker side. I'll leave it till the end, else I'll just mess it up. And then I'll be able to see at the end how it all looks together and decide from there. Still takes a lot of energy to do this, you know, even though you know what you're doing. Right. Do I carry on with the background or do I go in on the mermaid? Decisions. I think I need to carry on with the background. Let me just pause for a moment while I decide. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna continue with the background first. The bikes have fully gone through the area, that's done. So yeah, shouldn't be any more sounds other than that there are children in the park near me. So maybe occasional child noises, but nothing to sort of be a problem or anything. Right. So what number was this? Number 70 of the Brute Funa Squares. Just going in the background here first before I do the plants. I do find it easier to do it that way. Though I think this was just supposed to be water now. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. Get this yellow in there. And just sort of mix those two colours. So pretty. Add a bit of white in to help blend those two colours in places. I think I had a bit of black on there then. Yeah. Didn't wipe it off. Notice how for the little fish I just went over them, because yeah, I'm just going to sort of leave them as is, add a bit of black on them because they're only small, it's hard to get any detail into them. Over the little ones' bodies. Add a bit of pink into them because this is that transition stage from the yellow to the pink. A bit of white on them. Just so you can tell that they're there, basically. I can colour those ones in black today. Right, and what I am going to do is this pinky bit here. What number was it? 106. This is going to be a lot more pink than what was already there. So I felt like it needed slightly more pink. But that neo colour was pretty much my roadmap. I wouldn't have been able to get such a smooth transition in colours without having the neo colour showing me, if that makes sense. Go in between all these hair bits. And then that bit there, it is difficult. This is why I wanted to do the background bit first though, because I think it would be easier for me to see where the hair is this way than starting to colour the hair, and if you know what I mean. I feel like if I had started on the hair, I would have ended up colouring the hair colour onto the water. I know it's going to be the pink anyway in that section, but it'll be slightly different, won't it? Put some black in there. Shadow around her a little bit. Down here. I think it just helps to have a little bit of a shadow around the edge because it's supposed to be a shell shape. And then I'm going to smooth that out a little bit in here. But yeah, I think those colours do go nicely together. The pink and the yellow. Right, so now I'm going to do all the plant stuff for that area. So start with the bit up here that was with the 70, the bit where it's going from yellow to pink. I probably could have just gone with the yellow and then the other pink, but I didn't want to sort of risk it. I want to have some little fish there as well. Seriously. This is why you never see the full page until you actually start to colour it. I always miss something. I really do. Like not notice that something's there. Bit of that in there. Yeah, so if you think it would be better if I didn't show every single little detail being done, let me know. If not, I'll just carry on. It's like, because some people will just say it's the hair, they'll show you how to do one section and then they'll go off and do it. And I didn't know if that would be better or not. But yeah, at the moment I think I'm happy with how I'm doing it already. I just don't know if everybody else thinks that. Ooh. Now this fish, I'm going to do this one. Put that pink on the bottom area, because it is going into that. But then the top will be the yellow. Like I said, this is definitely much easier this way than thinking up colours for every single fish on here. I'm not sure if I've seen this page coloured by anybody else yet, so I don't know how other people are tackling this one. I'm not very good at colouring little things within pages, I find, because I'm used to colouring like full, like portraits and stuff like that. So when it comes to having lots of little objects, I sometimes get a bit lost. So far I'm liking it though. I do like this pink in it with near the yellow. Alright, so let me just blend that a bit before I add the white. I don't know why that keeps slipping. I almost forgot about these ones over here. So focused on the edge of the picture that I'm forgetting that the middle exists. I can't believe it's the weekend again, almost over. Like, why does the weekend have to go so fast? This is definitely taking more energy than expected. And I don't know what to talk about. So I apologise for that. So I'll just move on to the pink leaves down here. So I keep wanting to take a break, but I know that if I take another break, I'm not coming back to this. Not today. And like I said, this might be the last day that I have free to film, because it takes a lot of effort to film. So I like to be quiet, so not many people around, and then obviously I have to do it when I'm not tired, because yeah, so that rules out definitely a Monday and a Tuesday, because like they're the busiest days of the week at work. So yeah, And then, yeah, Wednesday I probably could, but it's, again, more people around. And it's like when there's more people around, you get interrupted, and then I can't stay in the colouring zone if there's people interrupting. So that's why Thursday is a good day for me, because not many people, by people I mean family. You see, distractions coming in and out. No, my niece is here. She wanted a snack. No, she's in the park with her friends, but she needed a snack. So where was I? This is what I mean. Get interrupted and then I forget where I am. And yeah, and then it sort of throws me off a bit. So that's why I like to colour when, well, if it's like filming at the very least, I like it to be when there's minimal people around, or like people that know not to disturb, if you know what I mean. Did I do the white already? I don't think so. But yeah. So that only leaves me really. Normally Sundays are fine. Today there seems to be lots of things going on. So nothing that I need to be a part of, but yeah. I like my Sundays to be quiet. I didn't put any pink on whatever this bit is. I don't even know what it is. Which again is why this do everything in the colour is good. Let's do that. Got some bubbles in the background here that I'll just go over with white. Looks decent enough to me. So that is like that half done, other than the mermaid's hair of course, but I'll do that when I'll do the mermaid all at once. Which that is looking quite nice. I do like it when it's done, but it is taking a lot longer than expected. So now it'll be this side, because I kind of want to go from the top to the bottom. So that's the pink and the blue. I really want a break, but like I said, I don't want to have a break. So I'm just going to get on with it. Push through. I can do this. What I might do is do this bit here, and then I might do the bottom bit myself. I don't know if you'd like that though. A bit of this with the blue on because it's got a transition from one colour to the other. Now the pink. Just do the tips of this fish like that as well. I have no idea what this plant is. I don't know what half of these plants are. I don't know much about plants in general, but these are sea plants. Even more, yeah, less knowledge. I bet this would look really nice if people coloured it in its traditional colours. So many different colours I think would be on this page. Black. Right, and now Posca pen. I'm sorry, I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, I'm trying to focus there. Like I said, I'm one step away from not wanting to film. It's taking a break. It's like I know people would say as well, no, take the break. But I know how my mind is working today. If I don't do this, then the break will be forever. I'm gonna just, where these are black, I'm just gonna add some white dots. Don't know, it might help with the texture. Whatever, I have no idea what these lines represent. Normally with lines I'm pretty good at seeing, oh that's to show it's a shadow, but these lines are different to what I'm used to. Remember here I've got that sunbeam coming through and down. That's enough for the white Posca for that little area. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I haven't done any green yet because green's in here. I didn't put as much green on the page because I don't know why, it wasn't showing up very well, was it? Oh, do I need a break? I'm sorry. As you can probably tell, I have taken this to my brother's house and I have finished all the background and left the mermaid to do with you. Only thing is, I accidentally coloured the fin of the tail. Yeah, I didn't realise until I was like halfway through this top bit that it was the tail, and then I was like, oh no, I was gonna do all the mermaid. Sorry about that. I just kicked the bin. Yeah, so I was halfway through and then I was like, well, I'll just do that tail fin and then I'll do the rest with you. Also, I hope you're all doing well still. To be fair, this is the same video for you. I don't need to ask that multiple times, do I? But I still feel the need to. So, yeah, I am just going to get started. So I've just got the mermaid and this little shell with a pearl. But I will be taking this back home with me because I've decided I want a acrylic paint background. So yeah, I'll finish the mermaid here, then I shall hopefully finish the rest. So I'm going to start, I may as well just start with the rest of the tail. And yeah, the lighting isn't ideal. Right, I'm going to have to sort this out. Let me pause it. I think that will be a bit better. I had the light off to the side and you could probably tell the shadow was horrible over the whole thing. So luckily I noticed that. Just a moment. Cat was trying to eat a wrapper, so wrapper had to be removed. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in like I was before, but now on the mermaid. Yeah, I don't think I'll skip over parts in other books, but the way I was colouring this, I thought it was pretty obvious how I was going to colour the rest of it. So I didn't feel like you would want to sit through me very painfully actually colouring the rest of the background, because it was more time consuming than I had ever imagined it would be. And yeah, turns out this idea I think would work great on a page that didn't have so many little things going on. Yeah, because very, very time consuming. And I don't really like colouring the teeny tiny things. That was supposed to be green, not yellow. Oh well, it's gonna go a bit blue now anyway. Green, sorry. Seriously. Yeah, I'm not like fussing too much over details, because going in every single one of these, oh my gosh, would traumatise me. So I'm just sort of squiggling because I'm going to be adding black and white anyway. Just leaving a little bit of light within each scale. For instance, if there wasn't scales drawn in, I wouldn't have gone with the scales. I like colouring mermaids when they have like that smoother tail, like the sleek. Like, I don't mind if it has some scales on it, but these, there's so many. Could you imagine if you went in and did detail on every single one? Why am I still using the pink? Now I need the yellow. Yeah. That as well. Should remember to change pencils. But quite honestly, I like it when this yellow and pink mix together. It looks pretty. It only had the pink on the bottom part, really. There we go. A bit of green in there. I did press record again, didn't I? Oh, phew. I had a horrible feeling then that I had adjusted the light and then never actually clicked record. But we're good. Now a little bit of the light blue. Oh, I pressed a bit too hard then. The purple. So basically I'm just following where the neo colours were. It seems like forever ago that I started this page, because it's literally taken me the whole month to get to this point. I've coloured one page so far this month. That's actually complete. But yeah, this one has taken it out of me. Like literally to the green, but I'm going to sharpen this a bit. But yeah, what I thought was I want the acrylic background in the back, obviously, duh. Because, yeah, I think the colours will really pop. You know, it's either going to be black or dark blue, like a navy dark blue. Pretty much, I think, like what I've done on another page in this book, like the only page I've coloured in this book. This one, that's a dark blue. And I like how, notice how I've used sort of rainbow colours on this page as well. Huh. Okay. Is this a theme I see going? I'm not doing rainbow in this whole book. Oh my gosh. No. That would take forever. It's sometimes hard to blend this green and purple to make it look like it should be there, but at the same time it's very alien. I think aliens, when you see green and purple, I don't know why. Cat zoomies if you're hearing anything. You know what, they have been so chill all day, and now, yeah, it's like a hidden rule, isn't it, in the cat law book? Chill until they want you to chill. But it's fine. They're having fun. The weather has gone really nice today. It's so sunny and warm. And it's a bank holiday weekend, so you don't get many sunny ones of those, because that's like a hidden rule as well. No sunny bank holidays, must torrential rain, so you can't do anything with your time off. Purple. I'm just doing the tail and then I'll add the details and then go into the other parts afterwards. Right, pink is in here, but I'm using the lighter pink because it goes better with the green. I do love that combination as well. You know, when you have like the right pink and green, and for some reason I get, this makes no sense as well, but I think of cactuses when there's pink and green, but it's like, why? Like, don't have a clue why, if I'm honest. Just gonna put a bit of that over these. Or should I do her back as well? I'm just gonna do her whole skin, and then, because I'm sort of in the colour zone at this very moment in time, I'm gonna get the other pink. Doing all the shadows. Alright, now back to the other pink, because I have to blend this into this yellow up here and the green on that side. So it's just easier then. But yeah, I'm really hoping this turns out. So yellow up here. In here to help blend with that green, I think. And then the green on this side. Put a bit over into that else it will just look like I've cut down the half of her and just gone, yep, that side's green. But this side is very much more green, like one colour, whereas this side's got a couple of colours. What are we doing? Get her hand. Put shadow in on her arm. And bring the green in a bit over this side. Like I said, I don't want her to look like she's been chopped in half. Oh, and then her face. Oh, be careful of the shadows on it. But her face has the purple in it. So I'm just going to put the shadows where I would have shadows. Right, I'm going to add a tiny bit of the pink because I want to. do. I don't want her skin to be so green. That makes no sense, I know, because her skin is green. But, you know. Right, I'm going to just go in with the white. And I'm holding all these colours for some strange reason. Just blend those colours together. And then on the actual skin, and then I will go in with the black, and then it will just be her hair left. She has quite a lot of hair though. Like I said, not being overly picky about this, I'm just quickly going over it. Right, I'm not going to go over her tail with that though, because I'm just going to get the white Posca out because the details are so small anyway. Black first. Black I do need to add into the tail. Trying to do mouth without ruining it. And eyelashes. She can have a black eyebrow. I think that's as good as that's going to get before I ruin it. Now this is her back shoulder blade sort of area. So that's her skin done. Oh, her hand, little handy bit under the shell would have a shadow, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, I've got the shell to do as well. Don't forget about that. Right, so now I am literally going to gently go over the parts of the tail with the black that I think need a bit of shadow in them. So like all this under bit here, I think would be bit darker, but I'm literally lightly going over it so you can still see the colour through it. It just darkens the colour up a bit. So it'd be like that. Need a bit more in there, I think. And then a bit down here. Bit there, bit in here. It's just where I think the shadows would be. It's not necessarily where they would be. If you're colouring this page, just put them where you like. If you saw me put it there and you're like, oh no, I don't think I would put it there, just put it where you would put it. So now white Posca is literally everywhere on this page. Everywhere. So now I'm just going to dot it on some, but not all, of the scales. I'll be here forever if I dotted it on all of them. Probably look better if I dotted it on all of them, but at the same time I don't think it would hit, I don't think the light would hit every single one in the same way, so yeah. I do it randomly, and then if I feel like it needs to be somewhere else, then I add it. I don't put so much of it in the areas where I've just gone over with the black pencil. Put a couple, but not as much, because obviously those are my darker areas anyway. Just go on that bubble. So how many mermaids have other people coloured this month? I really want to do more. I bought a couple of books with me with mermaids in. But yeah, I'm not going to get round to that other mermaid page that I said I'd do a video on, because I honestly didn't think this page would take that long. That's why I started with this one. I thought the other page would take a lot longer, so I thought I'd get this one out of the way and then focus my energy on the other one. And then this one surprised me. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I took the time on this because I like how it's turned out, but yeah, never in a million years thought it would take all month. And just, oof, that wasn't supposed to happen. I pumped it too much. Now I have white, but at least sometimes when I have a bit like that, I find it easier because I can just dip the pen in it when the flow goes a little bit. So I do think a couple of the dots need to be put in the darker area, but nowhere near as much. I do like that though. There's a bubble there. Put a few dots in her skin because she has a few scales going up her back. And then there's some bubbles. Like, I'm just going around them in white. Because I don't like it when bubbles are left like just black. Right, so I think that's pretty decent for her to look like that. I'm in and ahhing. A couple of white dots on her cheeks. Yeah, that was better. I don't know why, but it just makes it better. Right, I'm just going to take a sip of my drink. Right, then. Now it's just her hair left to do, which I'm basically going to do it the same way. Oh, and the shell. I'll do the shell first because I keep forgetting about it. So I need the green. Yeah, I would definitely forget about it if I didn't accidentally see it then. And the purple. Green and purple. It is in that section. So, but I'm going to leave the pearl, and I think I'll put some stickles or something on it when I get back home. Wait, I have stickles here with me. I did, I think I packed them. I'll have a look in after I've done the hair. Yeah, I think I packed some stickles because of the other pages that I bought with me, and I just stick my hand in that Posca pen.
I'm just going to pause it and clean that up. I knew I'd stick my hand in it, but did I want to do anything about it when I knew that? No, not until I actually did it. Right, pearl, clam, black shadows. Obviously it's sort of enclosed, isn't it? And I'm just going to take my white Posca because that's getting used on everything. I am going to outline the pearl, so when I do put stickles on it I don't have a black line. And those lines I will go over with the green when it's dry. I just wanted that bit lighter, but not white. Right, so that should be dry now. I did pause. There we go. Just only tiny bit, you probably can't even tell. And yeah, I don't know if you'll get any glare. There's not much I can do about the light here. This is the only place I can connect my tripod thing. Well, it's not a tripod, it's one that attaches to a table sort of situation. And this is like literally the only place I can set it up. So that's where the light has to be. So I do apologise. Right, so now the hair, yay, almost done. Sorry, I know I've got to paint the background, but you know, when you get close it's just like, yay, I'm gonna have a page coloured, bit of green in the hair, and I need a bit of green this part of the hair. This part of the hair. Oh, it's definitely green. So how I would normally colour hair, I'm basically following the flow. So yeah, there's a lot of green hair. That's okay. Take it up there a little bit. I think that's all the green hair I need. It's on this side. Now, purple. Bit of that in, but that bit's going to have yellow in it as well. Any more purple hair, maybe a little bit on this end to go into the pink. Oh, is this hair down here? It is. Gotta be careful where the hair is. Any more down the bottom? No, I think it's just that bit. If not, I've already coloured it. It is very confusing. Right, yellow. It is very satisfying seeing this come together though.
any more yellow hair? I don't think so. Right, now this softer pink. Just add some in. And the softer pink is in here. Oh, maybe I needed a bit more. Purple. For this top bit. I realised I just missed a bit of green. Right in here. It's like when in doubt, you've got to search. So now I'm going to take the darker pink for these sections. Quite a lot of pink hair. It's like pink and green, and then the top is pretty. Right, I think I've got it all. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of the blue, the lighter blue, on this part of the hair because I haven't got any blue hair. It's like so sad. So I think having a bit of that just there will look nice. I'm just sharpening my white a moment. And I'm just going to go over some of the areas where I want it to look a bit more pale. Blend the colours together a little bit, like here. And then obviously black and then the Posca pen. Because this is what this page is. Rainbow, black and white and Posca pen. That's all it needs to be though. I didn't want to make it complicated. And I'm glad I didn't make it more complicated because if this took me this long, I'm just imagining how long it would have took me without like the shortcut of not having to pick colours. It would have taken oh so long. So very long. Hello. I'm going to say hello. You've been a good boy though. Bo's just by my feet. He's being good. He's trying to look in the drawer. This cat is not foolish. Bit silly sometimes, but definitely smart. So yeah, I'm just adding this in the places where I think it needs to be slightly darker. Like I had the parts where I wanted slightly lighter. Yeah, you know what I mean. I think everybody knows. they get the feeling right or wrong. I don't know, that's how my brain works. It's like, yeah, a little bit darker there please, a little bit lighter there. I haven't a clue. Can't wait to see everybody's completed pages. I don't know if I'll have one this month though. Yeah, I might wait till next month because with June as well, at the end of June, I'm going on holiday for a week, so I will probably take one book with me. But yeah, I don't think I'll get much colouring in June either. Maybe towards the beginning of June. But I don't know. With the recent months, I've not been colouring as much. Well, I've been colouring, but not completing, I've said before. So, white Posca pen has arrived. I'm just going to add it where I want it. Like, if some of these end up too harsh, I just go over it with the colour in that area. But yeah, this is the thinnest nib Posca pen I own in white. But sometimes when it dries, the Posca pen sort of absorbs some of the colour of the pencils. Oh, that one I didn't like. That one will be going. And then yeah, some of them won't stay. Go over these bubbles. Probably missing some. I'll need going over. So it's not the end of the world if you don't get the Posca pen in the place you want it, because you can just colour over them. Sometimes they can you can agitate them a little bit, and you can, like, I won't go as far as to say it's scratching, but you can get it off the page. I think that's enough white. If I do any more, maybe a few dots in her hair. Make it sparkly. I'll have to wait for that to dry, and then I will just shade over a few areas. And yeah, I am going to go see if I've got the stickles with me that I want to put on that pearl. Right, so I have with me this one, the black diamond, and I think because there's going to be dark colour in the background, maybe that would work. But I am now going to just go over the Posca pen in places. with the lighter colours, I'm not bothered about using the same pink like in the dark areas and stuff like that, because I don't want to get rid of the white lines, I just want to mellow them out a bit. Some of them were a bit too much. Right, so that's those ones. Now I need yellow. This one at the top that I wasn't keen on. That one I wasn't keen on as well. Need more yellow. No. So the green. Just put ones down here a bit. Oh, that one up there, didn't like it. Oh, just chucking my pencils away now. I will add it with that blue, like that. And I'm going to put a bit of that blue on the edge of that shell, because I think it deserves it. I think, oh, the blue down here, ugh, forgot about that one. That one I did not like the highlight on at all. Alright, so I'm just going to blob a dot of the diamond, black diamond, and make sure it's not clogged. Nope, that is fine. I don't want to have it risen too much. There you go. That's how I am going to have that. So yeah, you'll see me in a couple of seconds with the finished page, because I don't think I'll film the painting of the background because it literally will be just a solid colour of acrylic paint. But I will definitely show you the finished version. So see, this light, can I just, that might show it better. Just that's what it looks like to me. I should have had, but if I was colouring like that, you can see how much of a shadow, so that's why I had to put the light more above, but it messed with the colours. So yeah, at least you can see there what it really looks like, and you can see the little shine on the dot. Okay, see you in a minute. So as you can see, I have added the black background, and I decided that with some, I'll just show you. Should have got these out first. With some pastely toned Posca pens, I added some bubbles because there were some bubbles in the background already. But yeah, I didn't want them just to be white because the rest of the page is so colourful, and I think it pops quite nicely with these. So yeah, that is this page complete, and once again, I'm sorry I won't be able to be doing the other mermaid page that was chosen. There just isn't enough time left in the month, really. So yeah, I had fun colouring this, no matter how long and slightly annoying in places it was. But yeah, this is pretty, I'm happy with it anyway. And I did put a little bit of white Posca on that pearl because I couldn't see it. I think the black diamond, was it? Stickles? I think that may have been a wrong decision, but I stuck with it. I could have went over it or something, but yeah, too much hassle that, isn't it? So yeah, the next video I post will probably be completed pages, and I will do it even if I only have like 3 pages completed.
because after all it's Mermaid, and I have had a few people say it doesn't matter how many you complete, so I'll be showing you that video next. And I can't wait to see everybody else's. So until next time, take care, goodbye, and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest.